Now, it was to my understanding that being a Secret Service agent is one of the most difficult jobs in the world. It's a job that I would never be able to do, and I'm pretty sure that most of my subscribers wouldn't be able to do either. And we're not just talking about gender difference, we're talking about the fact that most men in the world would probably not be able to perform the job. I mean, the very fact that if there is an active shooter, you gotta throw yourself over the VIP. I mean, you need to go against anything that your self-preservation is telling you right then. Like, you need to just instinctively get on top of the VIP and risk taking a bullet for that person, right? Like, how many people could physically do that? The VIP is a stranger. Like, he's not your father, he's not your mommy. You don't know that. You may even hate the guy, but like, your job requires that you throw yourself on top of them. It requires that you also remain calm under duress. Like, everyone is screaming, everyone is panicking, there's a shooter, bang, bang, and you gotta just throw away yourself of self-preservation and just throw yourself over the VIP, remain calm, escort the VIP to the designated area. It is one of the most difficult jobs that I can think of. And obviously, if you look at previous Secret Service agents, they all look badass. I mean, these are men that are incredibly fit. I seen one of these guys carrying a two-handed assault rifle with one hand, you know, this massive sniper shit that has a tripod to deploy. I'm pretty sure Americans know how to spell it. I don't fucking know. I'm a Romanian, okay? It was a big gun, and he was carrying it with one hand like it's nothing. I mean, these are individuals that if the VIP gets shot, they have to carry the VIP out while potentially under sniper fire. Now, anyone who worked in a hospital knows just how difficult it is to carry a person that's unconscious. Like these types of people are incredibly heavy. The word dead weight exists for a reason. And not only that, you don't just have to carry them like a sack of potatoes. You also need to make sure that they're not getting injured while you're carrying them. Because again, a person that's unconscious, if you hit them in the head or anywhere, like they're going to get seriously injured. A person that's conscious tries to place his hands in front of the forehead. They try to move in such a way so even if they actually would get hit, the damage is minimized. But a person that's unconscious, they're very fragile, right? So you gotta do these jobs. Now, for some reason, I thought that it's only like a few percentage of the people in the world that can do it, but apparently not. Apparently women can do it just as fine. You know, I've been gaslighted by the Soviet Union, by the communists, and all the other people that came after them, by our culture, by my teacher, by my parents, by society. I was gaslit that on average women are stronger than men, and this is why we have different types of sports activities for men and for women. So that's something that I got gaslit. Apparently there's no justification why, if there's a war like in Ukraine, there's no justification why women can just leave the country or stay at home and men have to go to war. Like in a normal, healthy country, the women would be able to go to war as well with the men, all of them. Like everyone should get drafted, 100% draft rate, right? But again, I lived under this gaslight, right? Very misogynistic claims. Then I understand that the Americans, they figured out certain levels of science that our ancestors didn't have access to, where if you just say, I identify as a woman, you become one, so you fill the diversity quota. I don't know if anyone asked the Secret Service agents how they identify, but basically at some point a politician or a bureaucrat came in, and she said, well, actually we need more women. Doesn't articulate why. Apparently there was this huge problem in the United States of America where probably your mom and your grandma, they really wanted to be Secret Service agents. But I understand the bigotry and the misogyny from the Democrats' White House, it prevented them from becoming, up till now, right? Like at one point the Democrats realized, okay, hold on a little bit. Right? We need to have female Secret Service agents as well. Now, again, I didn't think that there was something barring a woman from becoming a Secret Service agent. I mean, as long as she passes the tests that the men have to pass, like if you have a Brienne de Tarf that goes in there and she actually aces all the tests, I never thought that there is any reason why she shouldn't become a Secret Service agent, right? But apparently, again, I've been told that, no, actually, the test itself is the problem, right? Like, we need to lower the test in order to have more women. And they made a big deal out of it. It's like, oh my god, like, we are the first nation on Earth. It's spectacular. You're living through historical times. So, when the presidential assassination attempt happened, a lot of people were looking at what the ladies were doing. And there's a lot of images on Twitter, not all very charitable. They seem to have panicked, which, again, you're not supposed to do as a Secret Service. It's not very professional to panic. Like, your entire job is to remain cool, which, again, it's something incredibly difficult to do. I wouldn't be able to do it, but that's literally why they're paid so well. They couldn't holster their weapons. They looked out of place, and many people on the internet were pointing it out. And it's like, okay, well, you wanted women as Secret Service agents, and more than that, you wanted us to look at it, and we're looking at it. We don't really like what we see. Now, another interesting thing that people were complaining is the fact that they weren't in shape. Like, you look at the men, they're incredibly badass, muscular. I mean, they're in better shape than most men that I know. This is an unrealistic depiction of men. If you put them in a video game, Anita Sarkeesian would be complaining. It's unrealistic depictions of men, right? But the women, they weren't in the same shape that you would expect. And they didn't really seem capable of carrying Trump out of sniper fire if it was required, right? So, like, what is the solution from the government? Is the solution to actually address the concerns of people? Because the Secret Service is paid from their taxpayer money, right? Well, apparently no. The official statement is to criticize the people that are complaining, right? Like, who the fuck do you think you are to criticize where your taxpayer money is going? Like, do you think you're better than a Democrat? Do you think you're better than someone appointed in a position of power? No, so shut the fuck up, just pay your taxes and stop caring where they're going, right? Because these individuals, they're full of compassion, understanding, and empathy, unlike you fucking bigot, and they know how to spend your money much better than you. So, apparently the assertions are baseless and insulting. I would like to point out that the assertions are directed towards the people doing the hiring. Not the ladies on the ground. No, the people that decided that these individuals are fit for the job, those were the assertions are. And the person getting the assertions is like, oh, they're insulting. Well, yeah, I think this is pretty much what the people were trying to say. Yeah, they're trying to say that you didn't do your job well. So yeah, that is insulting. It's good that you're insulting, because like, if it wasn't insulting, it would be concerning. Like, if someone were to accuse you of not doing your job properly and you don't feel insulted, then that would be concerning. Every single day in communities big and small across our great country, women are serving in federal, state, local, tribal, territorial, and campus law enforcement. No one is accusing them of not doing a job. No. They're accusing these particular ones, though. Like, they're accusing from the video that we saw. And by the way, I think Trump himself may have an issue with it, because I seen his latest security detail. And it's not only lacking diversity, but it's filled with men that, again, very unrealistic depictions. Like, those men look like space marines. Twice as big than the average man. I think like one of them could carry Trump out of sniper fire with one hand tied behind his back. Just one of them. So, yeah, I mean, even the president himself, not by vocalizing, but by the actions that he has done, shows that, yeah, he doesn't have faith in the person doing the original recruiting. So, we in the United States of Homeland Security, the largest law enforcement organization in the federal government, will with great pride and focused devotion to our mission to recruit, retrain, blah, 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 blah. Again, people aren't expecting to be insulted, because this is what you're trying to do. You're basically saying that anyone that complains is a bigot. Why not actually show the achievements of the ladies in question? Why not show like part of their training, show their resume, show why you decided to hire them? That's how a normal adult would handle the conversation. But instead what you're doing, it's like, no, you. Like, this is kindergarten level. And you're not doing a service to the ladies that you decided to hire and put into the public spotlight. And by the way, people aren't talking about women as a group, that they're actually talking about those particular individuals on camera. But anyway, right, let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.